Top focus, 2 days, 4 states. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a south sojourn at a time when 3 of the 5 southern states have mounted a pushback against what they have called the BJP's interference in their affairs via the governor. The Prime Minister first landed in Bangalore and inaugurated a 108-foot statue of Kempegowda. Now, this statue has already made its mark in history. Kempegowda is considered to be the founder of modern-day Bangalore. In fact, his name is everywhere in the city. So this statue is clearly an addition to all the tributes to him. But not just that, this is the tallest bronze statue in all of Karnataka. But this is not the only inauguration for today. The Prime Minister has also unveiled a brand new terminal for the Kempegowda International Airport. All of this sounds simple enough. The Prime Minister visits Bangalore, he unveils a new statue and an airport terminal. So what's the controversy around this? Well, it is about the man that is linked to both the statue and the airport, Kempegowda. Now, we are looking at this as an attempt by the BJP to woo the Vocaligas. Who are the Vocaligas? They are a majority community in southern Karnataka. Traditionally, they have voted either for the JDS or the Congress, but the BJP is now trying to woo this community. The Vocaligas are dominant in the state's old Mysore region, which covers 8 districts, including Bangalore. So having their support will give the BJP an upper hand in the state.
सौ 8 फीट की प्रतिमा के अनावरण और उनके जलाभिषेक का भी अवसर मिला। नाड़ प्रभु केम्पेगौड़ा की ये विशाल प्रतिमा हमें भविष्य के बेंगलुरु, भविष्य के भारत के लिए निरंतर समर्पित भाव से मेहनत करने की प्रेरणा देगी।
Now, obviously, the Congress party has an objection. They did not outrightly mention the politics, but instead raised a question about the funds that were used to build the statue. Congress's chief, D.K. Shivakumar, had a simple question for the BJP. Why use government funds, he said, for the statue?
We have given more than 2,000 acres for commercial exploitation. Airport would have built it. Why you needed government money? Why is the chief secretary sitting quiet? Who is the airport authority chairman? It is the Karnataka government. We are the chairman, we are running the show. They would have built it. Why you took? There was no need. There was no need of becoming. Now they feel that it is a party work. Let them do anything.
BJP ಒಂದು ನಿಯೋಜಿತ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಹತ್ವ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಂಪೇಗೌಡರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವತ್ತು ಗೌರವ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಯಾವ ಕೆಂಪೇಗೌಡರು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ಮಾಣಕ್ಕೆ ಕೈ ಹಾಕಿ ಆ ಶುಭ ಮುಹೂರ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರ ಇಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿದೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಿರುದ್ಯೋಗಿಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳ ಆಡಳಿತದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ರೀತಿಯ ಅನಾಹುತಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಪಡಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಿಜವಾದ ಕೆಂಪೇಗೌಡರಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕಾದಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ. ಅದು ನನ್ನ ಭಾವನೆ. BJPಯವರು ಈಗ ಏನು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಯೂ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ಇನಾಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಗ ಸಮಾಜ ಆಗಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಾಗಲಿ ಅವರಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭ್ರಮೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಭ್ರಮೆಯಿಂದ ಜನಮೇ ಹೊರಗೆ ತರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ.
So you heard that the Prime Minister's big South push has kicked off with some controversy. It was expected, but this is just the beginning. The plan is to cover 4 states in 2 days and inaugurate projects worth 25,000 crore rupees. Quite a grand effort to woo the South, but will it work? Well, the Prime Minister's second stop today, and we'll show you those pictures, was in Tamil Nadu, a state where the government and governor are at war. In fact, that war has escalated to a level where the government wants the governor recalled. Today, Chief Minister Stalin, those pictures will be on your screens in just a bit, and we want those specific pictures of the Prime Minister, Chief Minister Stalin and Governor R.N. Ravi. They were on stage together at the convocation of the Gandhi Gram Rural Institute. Those are the pictures from there. Did we see a thaw when we saw those pictures? Perhaps temporarily, keeping in mind protocol. Otherwise, as we know, the gloves are off. As we see these pictures of R.N. Ravi, of M.K. Stalin and Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Gandhi Gram Rural Institute, and that's the convocation that has concluded just just half an hour ago or so. Let me quickly introduce our guest to you this evening. Ravula Sridhar Reddy is a leader from the TRS. He's joining us on the broadcast. We know that Prime Minister Modi is headed there next. He's headed to Telangana and Andhra Pradesh next. And in Telangana already, there are posters that have cropped up to say Prime Minister Modi is not welcome in the city and the state. Why is that is a question I'm going to ask him. Nagaraju Yadav is spokesperson of the Congress party. He's joining us on the broadcast as well. Dr. Narayan Lakshman, associate editor of The Hindu, with us to give us perspective on the Prime Minister's southern push and the pushback that we are seeing from the southern satraps. And Suresh G is the spokesperson of the BJP's Karnataka wing. He's joining us on the broadcast as well. Suresh ji, first things first, the Prime Minister was in Karnataka first. He was in Bangalore. There was a controversy. Now he's in Tamil Nadu. Then he is going to be in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. What do we make of the Prime Minister's southern push at a time when out of the 5 southern states, 3 are having constant everyday run-ins with their governors, who they say are stooges of the BJP in the center?
See, today is a historic moment for Bangalore City, Shreya. The legend who built Bangalore City, what it is today, not just Bangalore, but Bangalore rural and the peripheries, what it is today is because of Kempegowda. So to actually, remember him and the glorious history, of Bangalore is extremely important. And the BJP is the party which sort of, gave importance to the history, the culture, the various contributions of the past rulers of Bangalore. To recognize them is something that BJP has done. Not just Bangalore, Shreya, but if you look at
but you know what the southern satraps say. Suresh ji, you know what the southern satraps say? That you're honoring past rulers, but what about rulers of today? You're constantly troubling them via the governors. So the Prime Minister's visit is, as I said, coming time when out of the 5 southern states, 3 states, which is Karnataka, Telangana, not Karnataka, I beg your pardon, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Telangana are saying the governor has been sent by the center only to harass us. In fact, today, the BJP, the Congress party is going on to say that where was the need to spend so much money on this statue? You should have spent your own money because you have built this statue only for politics and nothing else. 100 crore rupees have been spent from the government's money. Why is that? To dupe the BJP's politics.
See, for the Congress, they only want to spend money on themselves and only want to increase their personal wealth. If you see the affidavits filed by the Congress leaders election after election, you will see the exponential increase in wealth. And also, they spend money only for one family, which is the Nehru family. So for Congress to talk about these things, it is totally irrelevant. Even for Sadar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India, they never gave any, recognition to Sadar Vallabhbhai Patel. It is the BJP which installed the Sadar Vallabhbhai's statue, the Iron Man of India, who unified India and brought all the princely states together and gave him the due recognition that he deserves. Right. So whatever the Congress says, I think is somewhat irrelevant, and also they have a deep sense of insecurity and fear that all these good things. You just look at Terminal 2, Shreya. It is absolutely world class. It's one of the best in the world. I mean, look at all the greenery and the kind of design in which it is built. Right. The whole carbon neutrality and
I agree with you. The Bangalore airport is lovely. So Nagaraju Yadav, why do you have a problem just because the Prime Minister has inaugurated the statue? Just a minute, Sureshji. Nagaraju Yadav, why do you have a problem? Why does the Congress party have a problem? Just because the Prime Minister has inaugurated the statue. I mean, someone has to inaugurate it. The Prime Minister has inaugurated it. The occasion called for it. Now, you may say this is for Vokalega votes, etc. But he's the Prime Minister of the country after all. And the BJP, there is a BJP government in the state of Karnataka.
Citizen of India and Bangalore, and being the spokesperson of Congress, we definitely welcome the Prime Minister to come to our city again and again. There is a reason for welcoming also. One is the love with the Prime Minister. We will definitely welcome them. The issue here is that the political gimmick played with the Prime Minister with a petty politics of getting a section of society for a BJP, which is not acceptable. You very well know that old Mysore is not BJP has got no candidates to contest today because that is all dominated by Congress and JDS. And today, what I'm saying, the protocols have not been followed. It is being built by the public money with the exchequer of Karnataka state government, where they do, it's a government program where the former Prime Minister Kempegowda, who was also a member, who was a participant to put a foundation for the statue, but he was not been called. Protocol has not followed. Siddaramaiah is the opposition leader and a former chief minister who is also responsible to set up a Kempegowda Abhiruddhi Nigama, and he is the one who was responsible for Bangalore city's growth, and SM Krishna was responsible for making Bangalore city a Silicon Valley. It was Congress contribution made, took the ideology and forcing Kempegowda to a national level. But ultimately seeing that they have not called any of the opposition leaders. Why are they doing petty politics? Second thing, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar raised an issue by saying that we are given 2,500 acres of land to the development of the airport. The airport authority could have built that entire statue. Why are you using taxpayers' money? Because you are not spending money for the potholes to be filled up in Bangalore. You say there is no money to repair the Bangalore city roads. And 40% commission is the issue where Prime Minister should have spoken of. Today, Bangalore city is becoming a garbage city and a pothole city, and people are criticizing. To be very frank with you, the High Court judges questioned the BBMP commissioner by saying that should the Prime Minister and or President ever should visit Bangalore to repair the roads. This is the condition of infrastructure of Bangalore. Is it not an insult to a
I'm really surprised,
Suresh,
that
respond to that. All very well for the Prime Minister to come and inaugurate the statue, and he's most welcome. Okay, we heard you. Mr. Yadav, you made your point. Let Sureshji respond to that.
See, there is a foundation stone laying ceremony that has happened. The statue has been built over several months, and all the stakeholders have been invited, including Honorable former Prime Minister. We have invited, to the program. Now, on the day of the inauguration,
I'm telling you, it's a blatant lie.
No, I didn't interrupt you, Nagaraj. Can you please maintain some decency? Can you please maintain some decency and stop shouting? You have to maintain some decorum and decency and stop shouting,
Mr. Yadav, Mr. Yadav,
no, I have an objection.
Mr. Yadav, we can't have a debate like this. We can't have a debate like this, Mr. Yadav. We cannot have a debate like this, Mr. Yadav. We cannot have a debate like this, Mr. Yadav. Sureshji, complete your point quickly. Sureshji, please, let's complete your point quickly, because I have the other states to cover as well.
Today, when we have inaugurated the statue, when we have given due credit to this, and not just this statue, Shreya, you look at the Kashi corridor, you look at the Ujjain corridor, you look at the Namami Gange project, all the historical ancient places of significance is something that we are going to develop. It is not just the Kempegowda statue. This was in the plans because this is part of our heritage, this is part of our culture, to recognize, these kind of stalwart historical legends who have done yeoman service to the society. It is the BJP which has recognized and honored them. That is the second thing, Mr. Nagaraj Yadav, can you have
But what
some
about
patience?
the potholes?
108
feet tall Kempegowda statue is all very well. We are all proud of it, but we are not proud of the potholes in the city.
Which is not acceptable.
Gentlemen, talking about politics.
No, Shreya, see.
Sureshji and Nagarajuji, 1 second. Talking about politics. Sir, let me just expand this debate a bit, because the Prime Minister is not just, the Karnataka leg is over now, and he's, as we speak, he's in Tamil Nadu, and then he will be in Telangana, and then he will be in Andhra Pradesh. Who wants 10 seconds? Sureshji, I think you want 10 seconds. Go ahead, I'll give you 10 seconds.
See, a complete protocol was followed. Every single leader cutting across the party line was invited to the program. To make these kind of false accusations and try to gain some political mileage is cheap tactics from the Congress party.
My 10 seconds is that
okay, Mr. Yadav, you have 10 seconds as well before I go to the TRS.
Yeah, I didn't want the Prime Minister to come and do a pity politics in the state of Karnataka, because state of Karnataka and Bangalore city is an innovative city where you should address the infrastructure of the entire Bangalore city. Today, potholes, Bangalore city has been, instead of calling it a silicon city, it's been called as a pothole city and a garbage city, which is not acceptable. And same Prime Minister accused of Siddaramaiah without any allegation as 10% as a commission government. Today, 40% complaint is there. He is not spoken about it. Bangalore today has been spoken of in the world level, saying that the infrastructure is a bad state of affairs. The courts are summoning the commission all the time, but there is no answers been sold by the Prime Minister. Today he has been come to talk to the Swamiji's of particular community just to vote.
10 seconds over. 10 seconds over, Mr. Reddy.
In the recent,
Ravula Sridhar Reddy. 10 seconds over.
6 lakh crore of investment expression
No, 10 seconds over.
That is the reason the Bangalore city roads are in this condition.
No, sir, expression of interest doesn't actually translate into investments coming. Expression of interest doesn't actually translate into investments coming. Gentlemen. Okay, gentlemen, we've understood the argument that is coming from Karnataka. What happened today, you're saying, says the Congress was politics, all very well for you to spend the public money and to erect this statue. We are all very proud of it, but what about potholes? Now I'm coming to Mr. Reddy. Mr. Reddy, I'm coming to you because, well, the Prime Minister goes to your state next. And we've already seen posters crop up to say that the Prime Minister is not welcome there. He is the Prime Minister of the country, sir. Why is he not welcome there? He can go anywhere he wishes to. The people of this country have elected him.
Yeah, we agree that he is the Prime Minister of the country. But let me make it clear, these dramatics, well-organized events, optics, is not going to help BJP to grow in our state. Because, why he is not welcome? Our state is bifurcated from Andhra Pradesh in 2014. There are many promises which were made during the bifurcation. Not a single promise was honored, and no single rupee is given extra other than the constitutional binding. Now, why a Prime Minister is welcomed properly? We don't get any promise honored. At one end, you trouble our governments, by making your governor office as a BJP office, and at another end, Telangana, you have seen in the recently, your agents, BJP agents, tried to poach our MLAs and try to topple our government. And you have necessitated an election, forced a by-election on us by buying a Congress MLA for rupees 18,000 crores contract, and forced a by-election which we have defeated BJP 4 or 5 days back. And the Prime Minister who is coming, what for he is coming? And a factory, RFCL, which was actually began production 1 year back, now you are coming for the inauguration, which is a big joke. And you won't invite our Chief Minister in a proper manner, following the proper protocol, and you impose GST on the handlooms where we have huge amount of bunkas in our state, handloom weavers, and that is hurting their lives, income. And these are all things are there, and definitely people of Telangana is annoyed. People of Telangana feel that our Chief Minister is properly invited, and you don't support our state, and you come for only political gains. Then why should we welcome? That is the actual reason why people of Telangana is not interested, not showing any interest. In 2014 and 18, what was said to be Modi wave, you have not gained anything, and you are not given any mandate in our state. They are a party of 3 MLAs in our state. So Prime Minister is coming to our state, either to Tamil Nadu or to Karnataka, only for political gains, and people understand it better. Now that is what now I demand from this forum.
Suresh, come in here.
When you're coming tomorrow, at least, finally, when you're coming tomorrow, at least from the forum, from the place where you address the people, either in Begumpet, where you address your BJP, cadre, and you address a meeting in Ramagundam, please announce what is that you are going to do for our promises made during the bifurcation. Are you going to give us a coach factory, which you have taken to Surat? Are you going to give us ITIR? Are you going to announce, funds to our NIMS and Pharmacity? Just coming, empty hands, empty promises, talking big, doing nothing. This is the, activity of our Prime Minister.
Suresh ji,
Telangana is not interested.
Suresh ji, please respond. Why should the Prime Minister the TRS spokesperson be welcome when, you know, the governors that he has appointed are acting like they are BJP agents / BJP spokespersons? Why should we welcome the Prime Minister when his party is trying to poach our MLAs and leaders? Is the Prime Minister's visit to the South, he says, merely is for optics and politics?
And fake love.
Telangana Rashtriya Samiti has clearly crossed the red line. What they have done is totally despicable and very unbecoming. It is clearly proves that Telangana Rashtriya Samiti is acting as a stooge, acting as a secondary person to AIMIM and appease them with this kind of antics.
Feeling ashamed.
You have no right.
Mr. Suresh, you should be feeling ashamed.
Don't interrupt.
You should be feeling
when I'm talking.
ashamed.
No.
BJP can stoop down to
That is illogical. What you're saying is illogical, sir.
For rupees and
There you
crores.
keep a poster
And you
saying,
talk such a language.
Gentlemen,
Your people have
he is a
got-
democratically
They are in the
elected
jail.
Prime Minister of the country.
They are in the
He
jail.
has got, he has got 100 times more votes than your entire
sorry,
list of
Mr.
MLAs.
Suresh.
What
I
nonsense are you
condemn the
talking?
language that you
Why
use.
should he not
Okay,
come to
gentlemen, I need both of you to cool down. Gentlemen, I need both of you to cool down. Gentlemen, I need both of you to cool down, and I need Dr. Narayan Lakshman now to come into this debate. I know it's at the fag end, Dr. Lakshman, and thank you very much for your patience. But help our viewers understand the significance of the Prime Minister's southern push. After all, in 2 days, he will be visiting 4 states. He is welcome some places. He is not welcome at other places. But what explains this, 25,000 crore visit, as it were, to the states? He's carrying gifts worth 25,000 crore rupees, which is why I bring it up.
Absolutely, Shreya. I think your question goes to the very heart of the BJP's operational style, which has been described variously as a presidential style of campaigning and of winning votes. And indeed, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in many of his campaigns, if you notice, even since 2014, the core message rests as much on ideas of governance as it does on the Prime Minister's own character. He is seen as the embodiment of good governance, moral uprightness in politics, cleaning up the bureaucracy, ending, systems of corruption and so forth. So I think what they're trying to do right now is to spread that message to the South, where obviously the BJP has found it extremely challenging, except for Karnataka, to actually be a party of any consequence. I mean, they are actually not even a distant second in many cases. They are a non-entity. But having said that, one should not underestimate the power that this presidential style of politics and the pure personality of Prime Minister Modi can bring about, even in states where there is this kind of resistance. And I think, where they have come up lacking is that they're focusing on too much gimmickry. Like this statue, yes, 84 crores or whatever was spent. We are still coming out of a post-COVID economy. We are still facing global supply chain disruptions and the looming threats of inflation. Why are you spending this money on a statue? Give it, to programs that can actually help livelihoods of people. That's what's really needed. So I think so long as the BJP can tweak that and make its message a little more clear and meaningful to the people of the South, it will stand a chance. Otherwise, people will hear in many of these states, maybe even in Karnataka, where not everybody supports them, though they have power. People in these states will regard them as a tone-deaf party and practicing a unique brand of North India-based saffron politics, which really is quite irrelevant in this part of the country where the focus is indeed on governance, and you can critique the Southern states for being too populist or so forth, but they do care about people to a greater extent than they do about religious identities and cleavages within religious identities. So I think they're talking at cross purposes, and if they want this mega expense tour of the Prime Minister to be a success, they're going to have to fine-tune the actual message and think beyond the black box of Prime Minister Modi's own character. There aren't enough people in this part of the country who are swayed by that right now.
All right, we leave it there for the moment. Dr. Narayan Lakshman, always good to have you on the show. Mr. Reddy, thank you very much. Mr. Yadav, thank you very much. And of course, Suresh ji, thank you very much for joining us as well. I'm stepping into a quick break on the show. Up next,